Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Good morning, Sue and Brenda and Sharon. How are you? So good, I hope. Well, I am back from my little excursion to my parents' house, and I'm just gonna tell you, I had the best time. They are just the most delightful people. So, you know, I hit the lottery when it came to family, that's for sure. I hope that you did too. And you know, that we could create our own family too, if that wasn't the case. Good morning, Carol. How are you today? So excited to see everyone. So I'm a little sniffy today. I think, you know, while I was gone, we had lots of rain, so lots of stuff is in bloom, and I think that might be part and parcel to my allergy head today. But, you know, it doesn't stop me from making art. That's for sure. Good morning, Jan. Hey, did you have a great vacation up in the UP? I hope. I sure did. You know, there's just nothing like that. Well, I just got away from everything, you know. I did a little bit of work, but not too much. I just enjoyed my parents' company, which is the greatest. I have a couple of things I want to talk about before we get to the new artwork, which, shut up, it's so cute. I wanted to talk about our upcoming classes. So this Saturday is our brand new Whimsical lettering class. So, and you can find that on Corbiere-Scott under featured classes. Whimsical lettering August 2021 is this Saturday's class, and I can hardly wait to share with you this new font. It's so cute. I think that it plays really well with lots of the other fonts that we've played with, but it also stands on its own. So, you know, be sure to join us. And because whimsical lettering is something that you can add to any other art that you create. Just know that it's a skill that you can, and I feel like anyone can obtain it just through practice, but it's something that enhances all of your other art. So please join me this Saturday for that class. And then on Sunday, we're going to have 2 artsy weekends in a row. This Sunday, we're going to be doing, whoa, I almost had an avalanche there. A class that I developed probably about 7 years ago. So, and this class has a huge history. I know that other people are teaching dictionary art, but mine is different. It was developed with a real whole, what's the word I'm looking for? Not holistic, that's not the word I want, but it's like I developed every possible keels, what am I trying to say? It's a really well thought out and researched and can't think of the word that I'm trying to say, but when I developed this class, I presented it to a company when I tell you that I thought it all the way through. It's a class that I developed and presented to a company, and we worked through a big chunk of the process, and then we parted ways. you know, I think I was just too artsy for them, and that's okay. You know, I'm not mad about it or anything, but I just want you to know that my class is a little bit different than just painting in your dictionary. It's a real, you'll learn lots of process, you'll learn lots of, this isn't what we're doing. I just want you to know that I know there are other people out there offering it, and that's okay. But just know that I know mine costs money and theirs does not, but you'll get your money's worth. Just know that. So that is this Sunday at 9 a.m. Arizona time. And this is not what we're creating. I just wanted to show you a page. So I will post the page that we're creating probably later today. The other thing, super exciting, is, you know, I love the United States so much. And so I have drawn state stamps for many states, and you can find those. You can find links for the stores that I draw stamps exclusively for local businesses. I really believe strongly in promoting small businesses. And so the latest one that I've created is North Dakota, and that is for, hi Beth, hey Christine. Absolutely. It is absolutely something you can purchase and watch later, Christine. All of the state stamps that I have created, there are links to the stores that they're available from on my website under Anne's Artsy Arsenal. There's a link to each store that sells these. So this is the latest one. I usually do 2 stamp sets per store. Well, initially. There's a store in Michigan called Paper and I that I've done multiple stamps for, and oh my gosh, we just have a blast. But this one, I always do a state collage with all kinds of points of pride about that state. And then you'll see there are, I try to, like, made in North Dakota, their state flower, and then phrases that go along with that state: Nodak, horns up, legendary, right? But then there's also this greeting stamp I developed years and years ago for a store here in Arizona. Happy birthday from, you got mail from, we love this place, greetings from, happy mail from, Merry Christmas, right? So you can say Merry Christmas from North Dakota, or Merry Christmas from Missouri, or there's all different, there are many states that I've drawn, and I'm still drawing them little by little. Anyway, these are available from K&N Crafts in Moorhead, Minnesota, which is right on the North Dakota, Minnesota line. I've already drawn Minnesota stamps for them, and now I've just finished up these for North Dakota. So that's that. Another thing that's happening, I don't know if you know this about me, but I also draw embroidery patterns. Guess what? For the United States. So I draw embroidery patterns for a company called Adorn It, and they are just the best company. They're just the kind of company you really want to work with. They're supportive and kind, and the hardest working people. Anyway, at 2:00 this afternoon, Mountain Standard Time, more state embroidery patterns will debut. So I'll be on there live with them. So I would love for you to join me. I have some of the patterns here: Michigan, Wisconsin, Idaho, Minnesota, Missouri. I have a whole bunch of them here, Connecticut, but I don't have all of them. I will get them eventually. Indiana, Tennessee, Iowa. Look at how amazing our country is. Wyoming, Arizona, of course, Oklahoma, Kansas, Massachusetts, Texas, Illinois. Did I already do Illinois? And Utah. These are the ones that I have right here with me. So you can buy either the pattern or you can buy the kit. And the kit, look at this cute bag my friend Sherry made me. Sherry, whose artwork we just did. So Sherry, whose artwork we just debuted 2 weeks ago. She is quite a quilter. She made me this project bag. Shut up! How cute is it? Oh, and look at that little little charger cord. Anyway, so here's a Michigan embroidery pattern that I embroidered a little while ago. And then you also, so when you buy the kit, you'll get sulky thread and your pattern. So that sulky thread is it's just fabulous to embroider with. Or you can use, you could certainly use DMC or JMP coats, whatever. And she did also, so Sherry also made, shut up with this little needle book. Look at this. Do you see? I just picked the best friends. I just have the best friends. We're all creative and kind, and we're the luckiest to have each other. That's for sure. But we sure miss each other, We've been away from each other for so long. Okay, so there's that. And let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Let me move these. Let's get started with our Bibles. That is the following Saturday, where we will artistically interpret the word of you-know-who. Anyway, that will be super fun too. That's at 9, and you can sign up for that under Corbiere-Scott under featured classes. It'll be Let's Get Artsy with Our Bibles, August 2021. I try to name the classes for when they're happening, so I'm trying to avoid the confusion, but sometimes that stuff just happens. And then the last class next Sunday is Inspire Your Heart with Art 3, Art Journaling Workshop, and that is 3 months of art journaling. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. So sorry. 3 months of art journaling for $15. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy, where we just create side by side. And we're going to do this amazing still life. I can hardly wait to share it with all of you. That too is on Corbiere-Scott Designs under featured classes for registration. Okay, that's enough commercials. So now let's talk about our brand new art. So this is Dana. So Dana is available for purchase right now on my website under Anne's Art Printables. So Dana and I have been friends for, it feels like forever. We met when we both worked for a company called Palo Alto Preschools. And we were both preschool teachers. But the summer we met, they asked me if I would be willing to drive the school bus for $2 more an hour. So I was like, heck yeah. They said, can you drive a stick? And I said, yes. And so I did. And it was it was an old rickety bus. Oh my gosh. No air conditioning in Arizona summers. Times have changed, my friends. Times have changed. They would never be able to do that now. But we just had a blast. Anyway, so she and I have been, we bonded over all those hot, sweaty bus rides. and all of the field trips we went on and all of the children that we taught. We just giggled our way across Arizona that summer. And then, you know what? That was it. That was it. We were destined to be together forever and a day. So, but Dana, for a time, lived in Hawaii, and she just fell in love with Hawaii, the people, the culture, just all of it. And then she moved back to Arizona for a big chunk of time, and now she's back in Hawaii. And so I just knew that hibiscus and monstera leaves and plumeria would be a perfect Dana art printable. And they're super fun to draw too. So I hope that you'll join me this morning in painting. I felt like this was my last hurrah of, like, I couldn't, if I was going to do these Hawaiian flowers, I needed to do them in August, because before we know it, we're going to be into fall and fall things. So I'm just excited to share them with you. So I like hibiscus. I always feel like have a multitude of colors, and I've seen some on walks. There's a home that has the most beautiful hibiscus right near my mother-in-law's house in Oceanside, California. And so, you know, I stop and take pictures like every chance I get. So if you too love flowers, which I presume that you do, if you see them out in the wild, be sure to snap pictures. And the reason why is so you can start to build your own visual reference file, right? So it helps for color placement and colors. I mean, you can certainly paint whatever you want, but if you wanted to try to replicate nature, it's good to have a visual reference, you know? Hi, Ann Neely Price. How are you? Hey, Aunt Mer. How are you? So, I'm just painting along here. So, let's talk about yesterday. I flew from Sault Ste. Marie, which is a little bitty airport, and I flew to Minneapolis, St. Paul. And many of you know that I was going to try and find Josie Lewis's. She is so talented in like so many genres of art. And one of them is mosaics. And so she had been commissioned to do some artwork at the Minneapolis St. Paul airport. And so I set off to find it, and I did. So there's like a hallway, and at the end of the hallway, there's this wall of her artwork, and it's going into the women's bathroom. And then there's another one going into the men's. So I went up close to the women's, and I took lots of close-up pictures of each individual butterfly. Oh my gosh. So if you want to see them, they're on this page, my Facebook page, and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook page. All the pictures that I took. Oh my gosh, you guys. They were just, I just touched it, and oh my gosh, just beautiful. Just beautiful. You know, just know, like, airports have some amazing art, so just kind of be on the lookout for it. Sault Ste. Marie has amazing murals that Next time I go, I will try to get pictures of. I just love a mural. I love big art, little art, you know. 5 days, Aunt Mer. Oh, ick. How miserable was that? Ugh. So I'm just going to kind of try and do my little jiggy-jaggy blend. I'm kind of digging what's happening up here where there's that kind of a deeper line of marcation between the white watercolor paper and the paint. I'm kind of leaving that. You can look at it happened here too. I'm loving that. Everybody make sure you have some nice refreshing drink. Oh, Beth, where do you live? That you were out for 3 days. Ugh. Summertime is the worst to try and to have no electricity. Well, wintertime is pretty icky to have no electricity too, isn't it? It's terrible. I think the center, I'm going to try some yellow. Oh, you live in Michigan too? Oh, Beth, where? Because Aunt Mer lives in Michigan too. East side, west side. Oh, that's kind of brightening it up, isn't it? I'm digging that. I'm going to go right into that pinky orange. I'm super excited. So I was going to talk to you about Wordsmith Art this month. Well, there you go. Not far from my aunt. Southfield. Okay. Okay. Keely, I'm telling you, those butterflies were, I just can't even describe how pretty they were. And how pretty her signature was. Her signature was also in, her signature was also in mosaic form. It was so pretty. And you know, we love our Josie here because she is the maker of these paints. She has some of the coolest, videos on her social media. She has really funny ones called Art Police. And then she also has these process videos of paintings that she does. And you know, I could watch those over and over. So on the way back, on the plane ride from Minneapolis to Arizona, I watched a movie that had Billy Crystal and Tiffany Haddish. And it was called... You did! Paper and I is just the best, isn't it, Beth? I just love that. I just love that Audrey. She is just... She and I hit it off immediately. Don't you think you kind of know when you meet someone, if you're smart enough to trust your gut, which I have on and off in my life. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then I get myself in trouble. She and I just hit it off immediately. I don't know. What now? I just adore her. And we've done so many collaborations, and I'm going to be teaching virtually for her again. I'm super excited. Sorry, had to take a drink. You hit it off with her too? Yes, she's just the best, isn't she? So let's get some green going here for our leaves. Oh, so I was going to say, so this month in Wordsmith Art, we are going to be doing a little bit of hand lettering and some color theory. So just know that we're going to be playing with some color theory. And once you learn color theory, I promise it's in your head forever. You'll have recall of the things that you learn. All of that stuff will just become part of you. You know what I'm saying? You'll just your artwork will show the benefits of your color theory knowledge. Promise. I feel like I really want to deepen this, but I feel like I really need to do kind of a slow build. So I'm just pulling color off onto my palette. So let's see, what else can I talk to you about? Well, when I was flying to Michigan, I flew into Detroit, and then I fly from a little plane up to Sault Ste. Marie. And on the big plane, there was, I sat next to kind of a crabby old lady. And she was crabby because there was a family with some small children who were just boisterous and loud, you know, as children are. I think that it might have been their first plane ride because they were super excited, and she just kept, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I just put my headphones on and watched a movie. I think I told you guys about that in last Tuesday's pop-in paint party from my mom's dining room table. I love that. Anyway, and then it was the little plane was really turbulent. It was super turbulent. And so that was, ugh. But the ride home yesterday was fabulous. Like, no problems at all. Like, no, pretty smooth flights. When I got to Minneapolis, I will say that airport was packed with people, and I just became really hyper aware of people and their cooties, you know what I mean? So I was just germaxing everything. The armrests of the chair I was sitting in. Ugh. My bag of Cheez-Its that I bought. Still not much food service. They did have like they gave away little cans of soda and like a little bag of pretzels, or what are those cookies called that you get on Delta? Biscoff cookies, and I don't know, something else that was just a little bag of something. But I bought my Cheez-Its so I'd be good, just in case there was nothing. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving it, you guys. I think I want to let that dry so that I can kind of fiddle with it a little bit more, because I really like this chunk and this chunk and this chunk of super light right next to it. I'm not exactly what I want to do with that, so I just want to leave it. Maybe I'll work on my leaves a little bit more. So I'm going to pull right there. Hey, Donna, how are you? So Donna is on my design team as a guest designer this month, and her work is so beautiful. We are so lucky to have her. So I'm just going to deepen my veins here. Let that kind of soak for a minute. And then I'm going to do right here where the petal and the leaf join. I got a little bit of green into my petal, and so I'm going to take my paper towel and just soak that up with the corner. We are so lucky to have you, Donna. We are loving it. Okay, so let's move this pink back over there. Maybe pull in a little bit more of that. There we go. Oh, I'm loving that. Let's see. I have this whole let's see how we're doing on time. Oh, we're only halfway done. Yee, we get to play some more. So let's go on to, shall we go on to the Plumeria or the Monstera? Well, we're like waiting for that to dry. Let's do Monstera. So I'm feeling like, let's start out with this kind of a lighter yet green. And then we could, just stuck my hand in there. Turn this so that I'm painting from this side. I'm just going to start with a light wash of this lightest green, and then I can come in and deepen it, you know, with other shades. I'm really liking that. Oh, what was the name of that dang movie? It was so good. It was the one with Billy Crystal and Tiffany Haddish. And it was about a comedian, a comedic writer who befriends this younger person who won a lunch with him in an auction. And they just, it's kind of the development of their friendship. And he has a form of dementia, like the early signs of it. So it's the kind of the story of that journey, and oh my gosh, it was so good. You know, here today, that's it. That's it. Thanks, Keels. What would I do without you? Anyway, there were parts that were hard, certainly, to watch. But there's nothing like a movie to pass the time on an airplane flight. Because you can just kind of lose yourself, especially if you put headphones on, then you just, you're not distracted by anything else, you know, unless there's a pilot announcement, which, you know, there always is, like to, you know, sign up for their credit cards or whatever. Seriously. Anyway, it was so good. I'm telling you, she sang so beautifully, Keely, in this movie. And she's just the loveliest person. And, you know, so is he. I just really like both of them. And she has quite a story to tell. It was just her story. And I just feel like she brings such a sincerity to her roles, you know? Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Holy tamale. It felt so good to sleep in my own bed last night. It was great. And you know, I always sleep better when I'm next to my Jeffrey. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Hi, Diana. How are you? I know, Donna. Seriously, 2 times, 3 times, who knows how many more times there'll be. I'm just really liking these Monstera leaves. They're super fun to paint, you know. Oh, thanks, Diana. That's so nice. I appreciate that. Makes all my hard work worth it, you know? I know I am loving the Dana art printable. Just number one, it's about my beautiful friend Dana. But number two, that it's such a departure from what, you know, the flowers I've been drawing all summer long, which I love. I'm already kind of daydreaming about what I'm going to paint the background of this. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm feeling like pink would be pretty, but then it might look Lily Pulitzer, you know? Maybe that wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't know. Are they really Keely? Oh my gosh, I bet they're just beautiful. Do you have any in your yard? I'm having to really concentrate on my lines here because one is overlapping another. So we're just having to really think about where we're applying paint. Even though I'm going to be applying paint underneath, I want to do one leaf at a time. So I am like clear on the differentiation of leaf shapes. Yeah, so I took some pictures of, well, I posted a picture of the black-eyed Susans in my mom's backyard. And the beauty of Sugar Island. Oh my gosh, I just love that place. It just, you know, my family, both sides of my family hail from there. And so it's just such a special place. And I grew up there for a chunk of time in my life. My grandmothers both lived there my whole childhood. And so I have so many memories. I have so many memories of it. It's just a special place. Like, it might not be special to others, but I don't care. It's special to me. And so every chance I get, I like to just drive around with my parents and just hear stories about the people and life back then. And, you know, it is north of Mackinac. It is, you know what? It is, Sugar Island is, you get there by ferry from Sault Ste. Marie. Do you know where that is, Jan? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And you know, maybe it's so pretty. Well, I think Michigan is just beautiful anyway, but because I know all those spots and I know all those nooks and crannies of beauty, you know. So, did you see the picture of the owl? Did anybody see? It was crazy. My dad and I were just driving really slowly down this. We were looking for wildlife, actually. Isn't the Mackinac Bridge so pretty? Isn't it? Anyway, so we're driving down this road really slowly, and we're looking for wild animals. And so we had seen a doe and two fawns. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And then we turned on this little tiny road, and we're driving super slowly, and my dad said, "Oh, there's an owl." I don't know how he saw it. I don't know how he saw it, but anyway, he did, and it was so majestic and beautiful. And so it was just perched on a branch of a tree, you know, and so my dad, I gave my dad my phone because it was on his side of the car. And so I just said, just snap some pictures and we'll figure it out later, you know? So he took some pictures and then he backed up so we could take some pictures from another angle. And then we went forward so we could take pictures from another angle in better light. But those first two pictures were the best ones. You know why? Because that owl turned its head and it would not turn back around the whole time. We could only see its face from the first two pictures. So those are the ones I posted so that you could see, you know, how beautiful. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So beautiful. So I hope you do the stretch out the picture and look at that beautiful owl. Let's see. How are we doing on time? Okay. So, let's see. Let's paint some more Monstera. I picked all kinds of flowers when I was down there. There weren't as many wildflowers in August as when I was there in June, certainly. But I found some. I picked some ferns. There are ferns that grow on Sugar Island that look like they belong in Jurassic Park. They're so enormous. But the ones I picked weren't quite that big. And I smushed them between newspaper. I was like, oh, I really have this vision that I want to frame it, a fern, and hang it on my wall. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking I might do with it. If anybody has any, but I like, who knows? They could be, you know, they're still in my case, and so they could be dried out and gross. I don't know. We'll see. I should have put them in a Ziploc or something, but I didn't, and so whatever. I did pick some cattails. I really wanted some cattails because I just love them. And they're so pretty, you know. And we used to always have them in the fall. We would pick them and my mom would make arrangements with them in our home with something orange, you know. Oh my gosh, in some like kind of goldenrod, kind of anyway, other things in autumnal colors. So So I was like, "Oh, Dad, stop here." And we were at the cultural center for the tribe, and there was a ditch, and it was just full of cattails. And I knew that I needed to be careful because my foot was going to slip into the disgusting ditch water. And guess what? It did, because you're walking. I mean, it's all overgrown, you know. You don't know where you're walking, and of course, my whole foot went right in the disgusting ditch water. And so, but I got my cattails. They're so pretty. And I have stinky, dirty shoes now. Okay, so I've painted all my leaves with their first coat. So now, oh no. Oh, it wasn't an empty suitcase. It was so full. And you know, I thought that it was, I was getting close to my 50 pounds. And then when I went to check it in, it was only 32 pounds. And I was like, I could have put so much more stuff in there. You know, whatever. I'm going to try and soften these lines a little bit. To deepen up the dimensions on this leaf. It always, it's like magic to me when that happens, you know? And you can just kind of pull that color right up the edge, right down the veins in the leaves. There we go. There we go. I was so excited when we got there. It was a sad reason. There was a fundraiser happening at the Ganagishik, which is the tribal, like a community center sort of building. They have mass in there sometimes. They have community meetings. They have funeral lunches. They have all kinds of things. Anyway, this time there was a fundraiser for a family member who has some health issues. I think I told you guys about that on Tuesday's class. Anyway, we had fry bread that was so good. Oh my gosh. It was so good. But can I just tell you, the stomach ache I had the next day, because it's greasy, you know? But it was delightful. Jeff said, that's just empty carbs. And I go, no, it's delightful is what it is. And you know what? Which is such a joke, because if he was there, he would have eaten 3 pieces. It was so good. There we go. Just work that color right down there. Just kind of slowly fiddling around with that color. So I just have a damp brush, and I just want to kind of build up this. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Yeah, it's the brand new artwork that debuts today called Dana, named after one of my very best friends. There we go. That's nice. Little by little. I just want that line to show, but I want I'm trying to build the pink underneath it. So then I have like even like more layers and layers of color, you know? Oh, shut up, Donna. How delicious is that? So is it fry bread? So there's 2 kinds. Well, each tribe has different fry bread, certainly. There's some that is kind of dense, and there's some that is made with yeast. And this was the one with yeast. So seriously, it was pretty much a donut. It was so delicious. I can't even tell you, because my mom and I ate it with jam. It was so good. My dad got the meal, which was pulled pork and coleslaw and I think like steak fries or something. I don't know. We just wanted the fry bread. It was delicious. It was so good. And that jam was so good. It was, it's a French company that, I will find out the name and pass on the information. But it's a French company that I try really hard to support, because they helped get Jews out during the Holocaust. It was so cool. So why wouldn't I want to support that, right? Since I married into a Jewish family. Okay. I'm going to build up that pink a little bit more. Here. Yeah, they are. Those fry bread tacos are delicious. They are, that's for sure. But it's like a, you know, once in a blue moon kind of thing. Because like I said, you know, we're pretty plain eaters around here. Hey Jan, did you happen to go to Mike's Twisted Plate and get something delicious to eat? Or did you guys not go that direction? So I'm just building up that pink a little bit deeper, but trying to work it down into the other pinks, you know. Slowly but surely. I get my hair done today. Yay! I'm so excited. There's nothing like new hair day, is there? Nothing. I need to just let that sit for a minute. So sorry. Ooh, how exciting. Ludington Pub. Ooh, I'm just gonna have to go, look where that is. Is it Ludington, Michigan, Ludington, Wisconsin? I presume it's Michigan. So pretty there. Those sand dunes are so beautiful. So I'm trying to pull a little bit of that pink into the orange. I'm really liking that. That just gives such nice depth of color. Little by little. Ludington, Michigan, isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. I know. Isn't that the truth, Sue? Well, I have to cover up my sparkle and have a little bang trim, and you know, there's just nothing like somebody else rubbing your head, is there? Washing your hair, and I just love it. And she always diffuses my curls so they, oh my gosh, they look so good. I never do that myself, but when she does it, it's worth a picture. Well, and there's nothing like a pedicure, sitting in a massaging chair, having someone, you know, rub all kinds of lotions and potions on your legs and your feet. How could anything be wrong with that? There can't be. That's all I have to say. There can't be. There we go. I'm liking that. So when I was home, we went, my cousin and my second cousin went to get a manicure and pedicure. You know, so my little cousin is 5. Oh my God, she's so dang cute. I can't even stand it. Anyway, she, I would just tell you, her, my nails were such a mess because she was just going like 90 miles an hour the entire time. So those nails are off, obviously, but seriously, I'm just sitting, I could just sit in that chair and have bubbly hot water, have my feet in bubbly hot water the whole time. It was lovely. then everything else is just gravy, you know? Just so awesome. I just loved it. And my toes look cute. Ugh. Breathing is becoming a problem. But I'm still painting away because I can't stand it. It feels so good to just paint, you know? Everybody take a drink. I'm just drinking icy cold water in my Michigan home Tervis cup. Me too, Sue. Extra 10 minutes. Yeah, and I just want to close my eyes. Don't you just close your eyes the whole time it's happening? Because I just want to concentrate on it. On the loveliness of the pedicure. And then the manicure, stop with that too. I love when they do that. That's funny. That's funny, Donna. Right? Whatever. I'm not missing my manicure. When they do that rub that goes up here through your finger, oh, and then they go up your arm. Oh, it's so lovely. It is, it is, it is. Usually not talk. I mean, I'm friendly. I'll like say hello and ask about their family and that kind of thing, but usually when I go to those kinds of things, I don't know. How about you? Do you prefer talk or not talk? There's always somebody who's chatty. Do you know what I mean? There's always, and not usually the technicians. It's some other client who's blabbing on their cell phone or whatever. I kind of want to just kind of lose myself in the experience. That's just me, you know. I don't know, but how does everybody else feel? I mean, I love my nail technician. I love her. I love the salon I go to. And you know what? It's not a big fancy salon. It's in Walmart. But they're the nicest people. They're so kind. They're just lovely. Oh, you guys, I'm loving this hibiscus more and more and more. Like, I'm loving that the pink is getting deeper and the orange is getting deeper and they're meeting and melding so beautifully together. Me too, Sue. That's exactly what I do too. Me too, Nance. We all seem to be in the same train of thought. Yeah, you know, I'm genuinely curious how they're doing and what's going on in their lives and stuff. But then I just want to close my eyes. And you know what? That I find that works with a lot of things. Like on the plane when the crabby old lady was sitting next to me, I just put my headphones on and I closed my eyes. I listen to a lot of Audible books. I listen to, you know, I just find that closing your eyes usually helps, you know. You know, it's so interesting because I've gotten to know them so well that I can understand them now because they're all Vietnamese also. And, you know, we've talked about Vietnam a lot and, but I've been going to them for years. So we've built kind of a rapport. So I understand them better now, but I And it has nothing to do with their language. I mean, I feel the same way when I'm getting my hair done. I feel the same way when I'm going to get a massage. I just want to, nobody's talking at me. I'm not having to answer anything. I'm just quiet. I just like that quiet, meditative time, don't you? And sometimes I come up with some of my best ideas when you just let your whole brain just quiet down. And I can block everything out so well that sometimes I'm unaware of what's going on around me. But anyway, I feel like I want to do this plumeria in yellows. Thinking. I just enjoy that because don't you feel like your whole life is people talking to you, or you're having to answer, or I want that 1 hour of no responsibility except my own relaxation, which sounds like such a first world problem, doesn't it? But I do. Oh, I guess, and I'm just here to admit it, I bet you have, Donna. I bet that working in a lab, I'm sure that has affected your hearing, don't you think? Being around machinery so much, I bet it has had some effect. Trying to soften that one little part right there. And I just want to bring that pink right down that vein in the petal. Just kind of work on that. Bringing the orange up the other side. Getting some nice form. I love that. Remember, just keep turning that paper. It's okay. How am I doing on time? Oh, I'm over. Big surprise. Well, I cannot wait to see you tomorrow, because remember, we're Wednesday and Thursday this week, and I'll have even more fun stuff to share with you. I can hardly wait. I'll be thinking about this plumeria, and I hope that everybody has an amazingly wonderful Wednesday. I hope that everybody finds a little time to make some art, have a little peaceful process, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone. I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Talk to you soon. Bye.